uncertain strides in Amina's walk are a confirmation of the journey she has been through. Her dressing, buibui and hijab, define dignity of a woman in Islam. But for this 14-year-old, her dignity was stripped of her by her stepfather. He allegedly defiled Amina while her mother was admitted at the Wajir District Hospital.
We
were all in bed at that time. Our room has 2 beds, so he sneaked in the room. And he was only dressed in a piece of cloth. He came on top of me and removed my pants. I cried out loud and he hit me on the head 3 times and told me to be quiet. Then my small sister woke up and ran out, but he managed to get hold of her and told her that she was having nightmares.
I checked my daughter after she told me. As you know, she is circumcised, and so when I checked her, I knew right away she was no longer a virgin.
This bed has been Amina's hiding place, the refuge that provides her space and time to go through the motions of life without the prying eyes of her friends and neighbors.
Once upon a time,
she was in school. Her dreams and aspirations depend on it. She knows that, and so she buries herself in her books for the most part of the day. She may never get to flip these pages in a classroom. A chapter is closing.
The school children are always talking about it, saying this is the girl who was raped by her stepfather. They all abuse me. Personally, I can't take it and I've already missed my exams. Even during parade, they abuse me.
Amina wears a sad face for the most part of our interview, and the only time I saw a smile on this girl's face was when I asked what she wanted to be in life. A pilot, she said. She wants to pull her mother out of poverty.
I trusted this man. If I did not, I would not have left him with my children.
Yet Amina is just one girl, one tragic story, one voice. And when she speaks, that voice represents the voice of this 6-year-old girl whom we were unable to speak to because she was too traumatized. She walks, tries every single step to ascertain just what is happening to her. A 46-year-old neighbor defiled her. One of the key challenges cited by human rights groups in prosecuting rape or defilement cases is a traditional system known as Maslah, where elderly men sit under a tree and pass judgment. When it happened to the family of the 6-year-old girl and broadcast, Kenyans were only introduced to a cultural practice that binds victims to silence. The women don't participate in any way. Theirs is to wait for the compensation that will reach the family of the victim after the elders have had their share.
You find a mother will feel so much ashamed when her child is defiled. And sometimes to walk away out of the shame, the mother just decided to hide that particular incident.
As they walk away from shame, their children remained chained all the same.
This small girl is defiled. And then you sit and say, let's pay 10 goats. 10 goats is nothing compared to the life of a small girl. For one, you spoiled her life. There's no future for this small girl. Maybe she might not be a mother. You see, she's traumatized. The stigma of the so culture is you are marked, you are given already a mark, that when you are young of 6 or 5 years, you have been defiled. Most of the cases, I believe, she will never be married. She will never have a suitor to love her, because the most important thing matters in this Somali context is the virginity of a girl when you take her to the house.
The elders who swear by Maslah know the resistance against it. These days it is done secretly. The elders we spoke to were against defilement cases being resolved under trees.
We are completely against the Maslah system. It is not in our books.
This year alone, there are 24 defilement cases that have been filed at the Wajir law courts.
That is just a fraction of the actual number. I believe that the cases that are coming to court could even be less than 1%, especially those ones for sexual offenses. Most of them are resolved at home.
The father or the mother of the child prefers the Maslah system in a small city. You say, this thing is over, let's finish it, and let's not speculate it outside. You better silence. But who's suffering in that silence? This minor, the small child of 6 years, who cannot consent that you are violating, cannot even say you are violating my right.
Amina's fate is in the hands of her mother. her government, us. She waits to flip a page that will open a new chapter from these long, lonely days, the chapter that could see her back in school and perhaps one day become the pilot she dreams of becoming. And Mawathe, Citizen Weekend.